Dirty Bird.
Buck roll.
Not no more. It's shocking. Yeah. I've been feeling how I'm feeling like. Fuck how niggas feeling, I've been waiting my turn. Walking through the pits of hell, still feeling the burn. At 3 in the morning when I'm tossing the turn. Shorty gripping me tight, tell me it'll be alright. I'm gripping the pistol, having visions of death. Yea, though I walk through the valley of death, I'm in the alley with the scully on tilt. I'm ready to pull this homie, conflicted in heart. Spent too much time in the midst of the dark. I'm itching in this truth just to play my part. On a Saturday in the depths of the dark, where the zombies walk. Times Square, let the scriptures bark. And the generals talk. Fishing for that young man or the princess he called before the reapers involved. Show your chariots, Lord, dead in the middle of their war. Let your trumpets blow, revelations reveal. Let the sky crack wide, show the color of Christ. Let me watch the descent before I enter my chamber. Allow me to enter the chamber. See, the truth is amazing. Hoping, wishing, and praying. I earn my place in the kingdom. Plant my feet on the pavement. Put my brick in, I'm chasing for the crown of this promise. For that crown of this promise.
Right. Sure is.
44.
Sure is. We wait for instructions and orders in these truths, man. Wise man once told me seek counsel. Never rely on your own understanding. It's not. ISUPK, the heart different. Black on black boots ain't forces to walk different. Muscle energy at 1,000 to spark different. And learned about the scriptures from generals taught different. Game bred pit with grip to bark different. Priests and officers, we captains to talk different. Prophesy to the wind, and I endure to the end. Strap these niggas rock Christ, and ain't nothing to him, but check it. In your city, we them niggas on the corner. And all black changed men that put away the former. We militant, disciplined as niggas that's in order. We shield swinging off our neck and fringes on the borders. Born rugged in these streets, learned the codes and the politics. And I ain't wait for the Lord, he got me out of it. Hood nigga, hard knock alumni with scholarship. Big Glock was up on my hip, up in them colleges. And you ain't saved if you a Christian and you waiting on it. Heaven not by observation, go and take that moment. Cause your faith is in your work while you debating on it. I'm enduring to the end, this Glock ain't got no safety on it.
Sure don't. Can't wait till the Most High come and open these skies up and let you have a shot come down here and bomb these motherfuckers. Bomb on all these heathens. Their time is up.
I can't wait, though I feel conflicted. Mind shifted to the point I gotta check my spirit. Eyes lifted to the hills like a Howard there. So potent, so strong, just feel it in the air. If we don't hearken, as poor judgment would disappear. He's all seeing, all knowing, you don't want to visit. Whether short wave or long range, his aim is vivid. We can't run, can't hide, he'll come and get us. There's no test, no rest in this war business. I'm on the corner with my brothers and my garment on. Mic in my hand, chanting white man's the devil song. Provoking spirit in my people to get our gather on. Shots fired at hellfire, we get our Bible on. Wanna eat, find the menu in Leviticus. Learn to walk, talk scriptures here, this is how to fish. Hit the ground running hard. We staying on our job cause Babylon is falling. Like the song that we made for y'all. We live and die for this shit. There's no plan B. We the Lord's sheep. The Lord's chosen would never flee. If it's not for the Most High, we would never be.
Never be. Stand the fuck up. Or sit the fuck down. Either you winning or you losing. Somebody telling the truth and somebody telling a lie. Who telling a lie? Wake the fuck up. Keep it moving, keep it pushing. Know better, do better. Dirty Bird. You heard?
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spit shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the Most High. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pot. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I see a man reach out to God before he died. Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thugging with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endured to the end cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets but the truth made me a man. She don't really speak cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You like that, Enzo? I see you barking, boy.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've been in my Bible lately. You understand me? Like, shit crazy out here.
World said fuck us, so we said fuck the world.
You know,
The world said fuck us,
Matthew 24:13.
so we said fuck the world.
He that shall endure to the end
The world said fuck us,
shall be
so we
saved.
said fuck the world.
Fuck the world.
The world don't love us,
No.
so we said fuck the world.
Look, I know your kinfolk gone, but hold on. I know them lights ain't on, but hold on. Look, even if you feel you got nothing to hold on, I got a message. God said, hold on to your sanity. I know you in a position that you ain't plan to be. With our lives, we're not addicted to gambling. You feel the pressure and the thoughts in your head are scrambling. You feel the storm getting closer. You feel like giving up before you even start, then it's over. You feeling like fuck it, you going through too much to be sober. Life is passing you by as you do this over and over, over and over, over and over, over and over. Time to make a change now. Instead of that, you fall a victim to the same now. Starting to find out that this life is not a game now. Back against the wall, couldn't run as the poor man screamed to the top of his lungs.
World said fuck us, so we said fuck the world. The world said fuck us, so we said fuck the world. The world said fuck us, so we said fuck the world. The world don't love us, so we said fuck the world.
For real, look. Couple
cover your eyes, don't wanna see the blood on the leaves. Bodies of eyes innocently hanging from trees, floating in screens, blood in the water, blood on the altar. Still don't believe justice is coming. Heavenly Father, did not Christ say vengeance is mine? Don't even bother. When he return, it's gonna be slaughter. Ooh, I know you don't wanna face it, but what's real love sound like hatred. And you gotta be fucking crazy if you think they gonna get away with killing all them babies, feeding them to alligators. All the women that was raped, the transatlantic slave trade made us build a nation that we can't partake in. School to prison, pipeline, mass incarceration. All the lives that's been taken, hated to love it. You only talk about forgiveness cause we never get justice. I think you really reluctant. I remember hearing a hood nigga say all the shit he would've done if he was living during slavery. Look what's going on today, and you ain't doing a damn thing but putting shame on your ancestors' name. But who's to blame? All these drugs, pills, weed, beans, lean, and cocaine. I get the feeling that we living in a big dope game.
The world said fuck us, so we said fuck the world. The world said fuck us, so we said fuck the world. The world said fuck us, so we said fuck the world. The world don't love us, so we said fuck the world.
Okay, eBay. eBay, things people love.
Step into Wix Studio, the platform for agencies and enterprises.
Yo. I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they ain't wanna see us win. They wanna kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. So can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. Can I live?
America KKK, land of the good, smokers, home of the slaves. And I'm just trying to be great. Tell me, how can I live with this drama every day? I'm a light, I'm a beam in this darkness. It seems that real life is a nightmare. Can I live my dreams on this earth? Since I was young, I realized I had a destiny bigger than the fake shit that's disguised as what was best for me. Better than the hate and all the lies that be the death of me. As it bleeds since we've been hypnotized since elementary. Thought it was my skin, but studied something that was new to me. They hate me because of what my ancient ancestors used to be. Healers, teachers, deities, not all of them were kings and queens. Our nature was natural, not supernatural. Now they call it magic and voodoo, that shit ain't practical. All the roots connected, always more to learn of that, you know. Don't let the shit go over your head. Same snakes up in the garden, but the skin just shed. They'll always try to convince you that it's all in your head. Just know you gotta do better before you hit your bed. Stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they don't wanna see us win. Trying to kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know that hate is deeper than the color of our skin. Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Tell me, can I live? I know that hate is deeper than the color of our skin.
Yo.
Can I live?
They say my rhymes cause too much excitement. Ride incitement, shit, well there's no indictments when my kinfolk get murdered by white men. Dark skin, light skin, divided and blinded. So we beef with each other, our brothers, rather than fight them. Fuck all that silence, it's time to get shit ignited. I ain't my way, low nigga. I ain't taking shit from no tars. And ain't no motherfucking nation got freedom from marching, begging for portions. Niggas ain't signing no parchments, big payback. You crackers got red in your margins, why? They broke every treaty, slaughtered the buffalo, and then they set fire to teepees. They carved their face in mountains, but we go to jail for graffiti. We fought for this country, they gave us syphilis at Tuskegee. We been getting robbed, yeah, we're the ones who stay behind bars. They take all our money, but they ain't wanna give us no jobs. Wasn't supposed to make it, but we stayed defying the odds. It's like we really only living off the grace of our God. Can I live without getting harassed by the Sarge? Can I live without getting slammed on my car? Can I live long enough to raise my kids? Can I live long enough to see justice? Yo, can I live without getting harassed by the Sarge? Can I live without getting slammed on my car? Can I live long enough to raise my kids? Can I live long enough to see justice? I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they wanna see us win. They wanna kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. So can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. Can I live?
As an older adult, I didn't want to spend all my time binge watching television, so I
All my niggas ride for me. I got niggas that'll die for me.
You niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you won't bust a slug, man. Niggas get built like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilt like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that, cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that, you niggas ain't built like that. You was never on the block, you ain't never dodge a knock. You ain't never fought another crew holding down the park. You ain't swam with the sharks, you ain't wrestled with the gators. You was never fucking popping, you ain't got no fucking haters. Bitch, niggas like you make me watch out for the traitors. When you round some real niggas, mind your behavior. I will beat a nigga ass, then I'm laughing like I'm Jada. Get your fucking mind blown like a cartridge on a Sega. You niggas want attention, they don't want the war though. Talking all that shit, but you got it glad.
I'ma stay determined like the guys. You little body bitch, and I'm so cold like a bond. You little body bitch, and I'm a warrior like that bar. You little body bitch, and my aim like that a zop. You little body bitch, need a princess papa. You little body bitch, or anyone down the slide. You little body bitch, yeah. I keep a couple straps in my ride. You little body bitch, just in case anyone wanna die, cause I'm body bitch. I got be right, you mad. Get stained, work hard, get play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, we purple, we pay, we jazz, love fight, all on, I say,
One West world. First everybody.
Bitch, this is more than what they ever played up. Living by, put me in the gas. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill like a nectarine. But I keep it. It's more than what they ever played up. Living by, put me in the gas. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill like a nectarine. But I keep it clean.
Man, I'm too for real. Comfortable with myself with this fraud. Man, I'm too legit. Off the thermostat, can't hold me back. Trying to check my check. I had my weight, run my plate, really busy. Really in this field. Checking it, check me out when in doubt. I'm gonna make my bread. Never lose niggas. Food is a feast. Just know we all gon' eat. Niggas slick on my shit, pop my shit. My bro said this shit greasy. She don't like the message. I kick wisdom. I'm just rude speeches. Tell my time, but not too much. They feel me. I know talk is cheap. I'm controlling it from a distance. This how it's supposed to be. Give her what she never had. Now she can't get over me. I understand they don't want a man, they just want company. Shorty know I'm all about my gravy, trying to smother me. Get from under me. I ain't had no silver spoon. This shit come from underneath. I play for keeps. I don't see nobody. This shit tunnel V. I play for keeps. I don't see nobody. This shit tunnel V.
This is more than what they ever played up. Living by, put me in the gas. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill like a nectarine. But I keep it. It's more than what they ever played up. Living by, put me in the gas. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill like a nectarine. But I keep it clean, dog. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spit shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I see a man reach out to God before he died. Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for left. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, Yeah, I was stuck in with Lucky, and that nigga left me for dead. Been doing to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
Hear the hunger in my voice. They used to tell me to speak up. The problem wasn't what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just won't change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame it. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. You self-survive, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God, Lord, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion. It's tradition. It ain't fashion. There's no action. They make threats and it's still passive. I think massive. No respond. That's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots. I'm cinematic. I ain't average. I'm an overthrow fanatic. I go, you lose and win like asthmatics. I got first. That's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons. In the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up. Now when I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watching me coast, got a better chance, boxing the goal. And they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling lost, still in charge. I don't make follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that guy in me. You can focus on the downs, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get the longer rounds, you know you want to come with me.
I try and make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna be the devil. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home the truth, I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up, nigga. I try and make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here look like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, nigga. I try and make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man, shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga. Pray where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no hoe lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry.
Allah punya. Bruh.
Clap it up, Akim. Ooh-wee. Let's get it on tonight, Akim. I'm happy to see you. Mi nombre es General Mahayaman, Servicio a Placer de la General Yahana. I'm here to answer your questions. Please, preguntas whenever you're ready. Haz tú preguntas. ¿Cómo te puedo ayudar? Headquarters, where are you at?
Khan, we're here, sir.
All right, let's clap it up. Who we have right here with us tonight, huh? We got go ahead.
Montreal with us.
Montreal, Canada. Give him a hand. I see you, warrior. Good to see you, huh? Who else do we have in here? We got Dallas.
Dallas, Texas. I see you, Warriors. Let's get it on in here tonight, Dallas.
Florida's here with us.
Florida. Okay, Florida. Good to see you, Ak. Go ahead, brother.
Milwaukee.
All right, Milwaukee. I see you. I see you, Akim. Come on.
We got Trinidad as always.
Trinidad. Come on, Trinidad.
And we got Kansas City with us.
Kansas City. Kansas City, I see you, Akim. We ready to get it on in here tonight. And of course, we have Harlem, New York, Jerusalem. Who else? Hold up, we have Baltimore.
Hey, Shalom Shabbat.
Good to see you, Baltimore. How you doing, Ak?
Doing too well, sir. Too well.
God in Christ. Happy to see you tonight, Akim. Happy to see you, man. Let's get it on, Akim. I'm going to answer your questions. The topic for tonight is the solution to solving the problem in Palestine. If you want peace in the Middle East, I'm going to give you the solution tonight. If you're tired of seeing all of the war, the death, and destruction in Palestine, if your heart is aching for the Palestinian babies over there, if your heart is aching for the Israelis who were kidnapped and taken away and thrown into captivity, just stay tuned tonight, Ak. I'm going to solve the Palestinian problem tonight for you. Solve it. Everyone understand? All right, we'll get into that. Also, we'll go into the RG3 situation. With RG3, I'll explain the whole thing for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about. Headquarters first, please let me answer these questions. Any questions at all? Haz tú preguntas.
Come on, sir. We have a question in the chat. Salaki, sir, with your grace, can I get a breakdown on Genesis 28 and 12? What is the ladder that Jacob seen, the water?
Absolutely, no problem. I'll pull it up for the warrior and I'll answer it for him, all right?
Count out of one, count. Genesis chapter 28 and verse 12. And he dreamed, Salaki, and he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of God ascending and descending on it.
This is Jacob, one of the patriarch, our forefathers, Jacob. And he had a dream about a ladder the base of it was on the earth, and the top of it was in the heavens. And he saw angels coming back and forth, up and down on this ladder. What was this ladder? Jacob was seeing the process in which angels take reports from earth to the Father that sits in heaven. And they go back and forth, carrying out orders from heaven on the earth, taking reports about those orders and about the people that they watch over back to the Father in heaven, which is why the angels are going back and forth. So an angel comes down to heaven, he sees your actions. He sees how you behave yourself. He goes back to the Father and he tells him. The Father says, go and kill him. Go unalive him. The angel comes down and makes sure that you get in a car accident. Make sure that you OD on fentanyl. The angel carries out the orders that he received. The ladder is Jacob visualizing the process of angels receiving orders from heaven, coming down to the earth to carry them out, taking reports from the earth and taking those reports back up to heaven. You understand?
Count out of one, count.
Anything else?
Wow, sir, that's it for now.
And let's get into one or two of these stories here.
Count
We'll do it whenever the questions come in. We'll answer the question. All right,
Count.
Okay, what do you have?
Let's see. We start with this Adam 22 clip.
Let's do that. Go ahead. Everyone knows who Adam 22 is, right? Adam 22, that's that cat, Captain Tazar Yaquin on his show, Adam 22. The show is called No Jumper. Now, of course, many brothers from gangs go on Adam 22's show. And of course, because they feel so comfortable and so gracious about being on the show and thankful that this white man has graced them with their platform, they, of course, go on Adam 22's show and confess to every crime they've committed in their life. And they feel comfortable and encouraged to do so by Adam 22. Well, one of his the people that he has on his show of course, got locked up and went to jail, as many of them do. So as he was in jail, he believed that Adam 22 was still going to continue to pay him while he was in prison. And this is Adam 22's response to, I believe the man's name was Brick Baby. Lord be with the brother. He has a ton of federal time facing him right now. He's in federal prison. But he wrote a letter or talked to Adam 22 and expected Adam 22 to continue to pay him his salary while he was locked up in jail. And here is Adam 22's response.
He thought that he was going to keep getting paid, that even though he's locked up and he's not able to contribute to the business by being on camera, that he thought that he was just so locked in that he was going to keep getting his monthly pay each month. I'm sorry. I know you guys all saw the No Jumper is Going Broke video. We are not in the best financial state right now. Me paying someone to be in federal prison doesn't really seem realistic.
Now, that is very interesting if you could understand what that poor brother Brick Baby must have thought. Did you hear the part when Adam 22 said he must have been he thought he was so locked in? Did you hear that, Ephraim?
Con.
Okay, I know Adam 22 doesn't understand this because many white people don't understand how poor black people feel about white people. They just don't know. Brick Baby went to federal prison, and in his mind, his daddy is going to take care of him while he's in jail. His daddy. He doesn't think of Adam 22 like an employee, like an employer. No one who works a job would ever think that your employer would pay your bills while you're in jail. If you work at FedEx or Home Depot and you get locked up, no one thinks that Home Depot would continue to pay you while you're in jail. But you see, Brick Baby doesn't understand the relationship that he has with Adam 22. He thought Adam 22 was his friend. He thought they were friends. He didn't think they had an employee-employer relationship. He saw something so deep and meaningful and a situation which was completely carnal and was completely transactional, but he didn't know. And that's important because so many of you out there, you believe that white people love you because they pay you. You believe they love you because they play sports alongside of you. You believe you have some deep relationship with them, all because you feel so graced to be in their presence. You feel so blessed. You think I'm on Adam 22's show. I'm telling him all my crimes. Surely he'll take care of my family while I'm in jail. And Adam 22 thinks that the concept of that is ridiculous, that you would even think that, because you idolize white people. You think of them like some God allowed you to come on his platform. And this God is the blessing in your life. And when you go to jail, he will be a merciful God to you. He will pay your bills. He will take care of your family. He will be completely merciful to you. You don't think of white people like they're just people, like they're just average people. What else does this matter on? RG3. Let me tell you about the RG3 situation. Do you know about RG3, Ephraim?
Yes, sir.
Break it down for everyone.
So RG3, who's famously, he was a short success in the NFL. He's more known for just marrying white women, and now he's a commentator. His colleague Ryan Clark, they got into a battle where RG3 basically said that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark.
Mm-hmm.
That he analyzed some situation where there was a foul in a game they had the other night, and he said that she has hatred for this white basketball player, Caitlin Clark. Well, Ryan Clark came on and said that he can't analyze this situation because he can't relate to black women. He has no black women in his life. RG3 felt like the line was crossed and, got all in his feelings about that.
Can we play the RG3 video? Play the response video when he has his white wife sitting in the background.
Come on, sir.
And this applies to the RG3. So many of you out there, you have a white wife, you have a white friend or a white teammate on your, basketball or football team. And the white boy is simply looking at you like, his black friend. He can always tell people he has a black friend because he knows you. But that is not how you look at him. You look at him like he's a God that allowed you to come to heaven, that allowed you to step into his world. And it's so unbalanced a relationship that black people, Hispanics, you're the ones that get hurt when it goes awry. You're the ones that get hurt when this fallacy of a friendship that you have, this fallacy of a marriage that you have in your mind finally gets revealed to you to be something that it was not. Go ahead and play it.
And who's really speaking?
On the sideline, just, yeah, baby, get her, you get her. Who celebrates like that for a flagrant foul on another player if they don't dislike that player? Okay, you want some more evidence. Here's some more evidence. Remember last year when they were talking about who gets the credit for the expansion and the eyeballs and the popularity boost of women's basketball? Not just the WNBA, but women's basketball in general, because of the spike in the women's NCAA tournament and WNBA viewership. A lot of people were attributing that to Caitlin Clark, and rightfully so. This is what Andrew Reese had to say.
Did you see that, Ephraim?
Come on.
Now, because he's successful and because he played football and has this podcast, everyone will believe that this white woman is blessing him, that his white friends are blessing him, just like Brick Baby with Adam 22. But when he goes to jail, then before you know it, he realizes that this white woman that he thought was a goddess doesn't love him at all. She's going to divorce him. That same white woman sitting in the back of this video, sitting there making sure that her slave says the right thing. She's going to leave RG3, and it is the best thing for him. He'll get the rude awakening that Brick Baby got in federal prison when his best friend realized that his best friend was just his boss. RG3 will get the same rude awakening when that devil leaves him. Everyone understands.
And if I could, sir, he's known for being like almost a caricature where he goes around talking about how much he loves milk and
damn. God damn. Yeah. Milk. So what? Like he's obsessed with everything white.
Yeah.
Listen, he has a sickness, it's a sickness. It's Stockholm syndrome, where he is just absolutely obsessed with pleasing his oppressor. He has to do it. He thinks that life is about pleasing white people, making white people comfortable. And before you know it, he'll be sitting on Fox News, a commentator on Fox Sports and on Fox News, which is really what this whole thing is about, is him doing an audition for the racists over there at Fox News. You understand?
Con.
Have any other questions?
Con, so Milwaukee has a question.
Milwaukee, you're up.
Kawaka. All right. Shalakia, I don't want. I've been walking. I got a question. Ephesians 6:6. I want you to break it down for me because I look at he lived twice 1,000 years, and I don't only God live 1,000 years.
I understand. I'll break it down for you, okay?
Come.
Go ahead and read it, please. I mean, let someone read it for you. If you want to read it for yourself, it's up to you.
I'm gonna read it myself.
Please get it on.
Come. Ephesians chapter 6:6. Yeah, though he lived 1,000 years told. Yet he has seen no good. Do not all go to one place?
I totally understand. The Water Warrior. Okay, he's not saying this person lives 1,000 years. It's like an exaggeration. It's like saying, even if you lived 1,000 years. Remember, blacks and Hispanics wrote the Bible, so He's not saying the person is actually living 1,000 years. He's saying if he lived 1,000 years, this thing would still never happen. It's an exaggeration to make a point. You understand? That's all it is. It's not literal at all. It's trying to make a point about no matter how long you live, this still would happen. That's the point. Okay? No sweat. Anything else? Well done. Ephraim?
So we have a question in the comments.
Go ahead.
Brother asked for a breakdown of Ecclesiasticus 9 and 29 through 30.
Okay, let's get it on.
Or Salaki, I believe he meant Ecclesiasticus 19 and 29.
Ecclesiasticus 19 and 29, no problem.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 19 and verse 29. A man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him.
Mm-hmm. Is that it?
Verse 30. A man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
Oh, yeah, brother. Listen, this is a precept against the purple pigs, against the Christian church. This is a precept again against looking gay. That's what this is about. This is telling you to walk, talk, act like a man. That's this precept out. And this precept directly contradicts the kind of spirit, the kind of attire, the kind of walk that they teach you is the church way to behave. The way that a man of God dresses, the way that a man of God talks, like Jamal Bryant. You ever see Jamal Bryant and you don't know what's happening in his personal life, but you know he's gay. You know it, even though you don't see his bedroom. You don't know what he does when he leaves church every Sunday, but you still know he's gay. Why? Because of his walk, his talk, his act, and his dress. That's what this precept is about. And I'll break it down for you. Give me one verse above where we started.
Could have been 20, 21. Say, Pastor, you don't love me. I said, I do. What you mean? Say, you don't love me, I'm gay. And it hit me with a silver bullet inside of my head. Because
you see that? Inside of my head. And let me tell you something else that you LGBT people do in secret. The way you sit when you cross your legs, I wish you could see this video. Men do not sit. He's not doing it here, but you've seen men. Ephraim, you ever seen a man cross his goddamn legs like a woman?
Sir.
Oh my, Ephraim, I hope you never do, because it's a terrible thing when you see some preacher sitting up somewhere with his legs crossed like he has on a mini skirt.
Like I said, it hurts.
Oh, I mean,
I don't know how it doesn't hurt them.
Listen, I look at him and I go, come on, now, that cannot be comfortable for you. You have a penis. You're not a woman. How do you cross your legs like that and sit in a chair with your legs crossed?
Like, well, you have one is like, what are you doing?
Right, Asher. And it's so many things like that. The way they talk and sit, the way they dress. Well, brothers are going to assume something about you, Ak. They're going to assume something about you. Start from the top.
Khan, sir. Ecclesiasticus 19 and 29. A man may be known by his look.
You hear that? Brothers are going to look at you and go, oh, yeah, that's that cat. He's hardcore. He's rough. Or they'll look at you and say, he's half a homo. That's what they'll say. And just by looking at you, just look at you and size you up. That's why, once again, so many of you get in so many problems because of the way you look. You look like someone who's weak. You look weak. And because you look weak, people come to test you because you automatically look weak. And so you have to be afraid or carry a gun every goddamn where because you look like someone that people are going to try. People are going to try you because of your look. People know you based on what you look like. Continue.
Khan. And one that hath understanding by his countenance.
And someone that has understanding, they'll look at you, and by looking at you, they'll know that you have understanding because you don't look like an idiot. There's a look that an idiot has.
And he's completely stupid. He has that look, mouth open, stupid, angry all the time, mad every goddamn day. He can't understand things. He's frustrated all the time, always frustrated. Someone that's stupid, they're easily frustrated because so many things happen in life that they don't understand. They don't know why people are saying this. They don't know why they keep doing this. Ooh, ooh. And people look at you and go, this cat is confused by life. Doesn't understand anything. Come on. Then there's someone else, you look at him and you go, oh, he gets it. He's cool. That's what they used to call it. I don't know if the young brothers use that word anymore. You see, I came into the Israelite school of UPK, brother, and I learned how to look cool. You understand me? How to study it, how to learn. I learned how to look from looking at Commanding General Yohana, from looking at the men that taught him, and he taught me. And I begin to look like them, and you can look cool. Looking cool looks like you're comfortable, you're not scared, you're not nervous, you're ready for what might happen, and you understand what's happening. That's your look, if you're a man of understanding. Continue.
Colonel Khan, verse 30. A man's attire and excessive laughter and gait.
A man's attire. How you dress up? How you dress? You sitting around there with fringes on your t-shirt. You don't know what that looks like, do you? I know you don't know. You don't know. I see him. I see him with those fringes on that t-shirt. Brother, you look like you're wearing a dress. You look like a little, like the Mexican dresses. You look like you're wearing a dress. When you put fringes on a t-shirt, you think you're keeping the commandments because you think that t-shirt is a garment. It's not a garment. It's a t-shirt. It's actually an undergarment. It's a t-shirt. It's like drawers or something casual that people wear. It's not a garment. And by putting fringes on it, it makes you look effeminate. You look feminine when you put fringes on the end of a t-shirt. You don't know because you don't know what it looks like to look like a man. You don't know what that is, but I'm trying to tell you, you look like an effeminate person with fringes at the end of your t-shirt, Ak. Continue.
And excessive laughter.
And what?
And excessive laughter.
Oh, you're just a silly boy, aren't you? Oh, you're a silly, you're a silly little boy. Everything tickles you, doesn't it? And you see, it says excessive because when you are cool, you're not giddy like a goddamn 13-year-old girl. You're not like a Tyler Perry movie. That's not how you are. And young brothers have to learn this from grown men. This is something that men teach young men. Grown men teach this to young men. How to walk. Hey, boy, you stop switching, young brother. Do y'all still say switching? Is that still a word? Switching? That's gone, isn't it? That's gone. Because I noticed that women do not switch anymore. I don't know when that stopped. But women used to switch when they walked, Ephraim. They would switch. A woman walked, it was like, swabbity, bobbity, bobbity, bobbity. That's how a woman walked. But it seems like women do not switch anymore. And before, if you were a man and you switched, somebody said, hey, yo, Walk, stop switching, man. Some older brother came up behind you and said, yo, man, what? Watch me. See, I walk like this, walk like me. And you watch it and go, okay, all right, that's how you're supposed to walk. Your father would teach you this, uncles. You know, young brothers in your neighborhood, man. You might be raised around your mother, and so you start switching, walking like your mom, like Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade said he would be young, putting on his mommy's shoes and putting on his mom's, high heels. And what are you supposed to do? You have no male role model around the house. So you start acting like the women around your house. And you giggling and laughing like when your aunts come over. Girl. That's not the way men behave. That's not the way men behave. Men can show emotion, but it has to be for real. A man can cry, but if a man cries, it's supposed to be something worthy of crying over, brother. Worthy of crying over. A man doesn't cry because this movie touched him so, or this song touched him so. That's not a manly thing to do. If a man cries, something serious has happened. Something touching, something for real has happened. A man doesn't cry as easy as a woman, and a man does not laugh as easy as a woman. This is something that fathers teach sons. This is what I learned from Commanding General Yohana in the Israelite School of UPK. Continue.
And gate, show what he is.
And his what?
And gate.
You know what a gait is? A gait is how you walk. That's your gait. The stride that you walk with. The stride that you walk with. Somebody's going to look at you and look at how you walk, and they're going to go, oh, he's a homo. Oh, this cat is weak. He's weak. And I'm glad you brought this up, because this is something that I have never quite verbalized about my disgust with the IUIC, the purple pigs. Do you mind if I bring it out right now, Ephraim?
Baba Shah, sir.
If you don't mind, I like to say this. This is a perfect precept for what's wrong with the way the IUIC looks, the way they talk, the way they dress, the way they even try to talk about God and talk about the Bible. You know what? In the IUIC, you know what's wrong with them? All of them look like they get no pussy. You understand me? Ephraim, are you there?
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean, Ephraim?
Yes, sir.
Walk with me with this. Okay, I don't know if all of them are gay, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they don't get women. Everything about them acts like a brother who gets no bitches. None. He gets no women. He doesn't know how to get women. He doesn't know how to attract women. And it's a way a brother looks and you go, oh, you don't get women, do you? I can see that in you, that you get no pussy at all. You don't know anything about women. You don't understand women. You're not even attempting to get women. Even if the ones in there who aren't gay, you can tell that it's not a part of their life to attempt to seduce a woman, to attempt to attract a woman. Why in the hell would you follow somebody who gets no tail at all? None. Women do not like him, and he doesn't like them. What do you want to do? Follow him? That's going to be your leader? Some cat who does not get pussy. None. You want to be with him? Okay. Go ahead. No problem. Well, listen, maybe the Lord will be with you, and your bishop or deacon won't be gay, but he damn sure can't get women up. I'm in Israelite School of UPK around here, brother. We can get some women around here. Put a One West on the screen if you know what I'm talking about. Sisters, put a One West on the screen because you know just what I mean. These women in here, brother, like us. Do you understand me, Ephraim?
Absolutely, sir.
Oh, they like us in here. They girls like us and we like them. I ain't joining no goddamn IUIC, a cam full of men that get no bitches at all. No, thank you. Gracias por nada. No. Thank you. Give him Rakah. You know what you're talking about. Damn right. I'm on a buff. All right, next, please.
Kind one kind.
Right, Mariam. You know it. How's a lie? I know you know.
Salakia, sir.
Salakia, go ahead.
That's probably why they're so aggressive and beat each other and unalive women.
Yeah, oh Jesus, Asher. Yes, they hate women in there. They kill them. The brother Ibaju was telling me over in France that the IUIC is barred from going to France. They can't go to France. You heard about that, Asher?
Khan.
They can't. They're not allowed to go to France. And they're on the internet saying, well, France hates us because of our freedom of speech. That's why France hates us. France doesn't like you because they don't want you to come kill their women in France. They don't want the IUIC coming to France doing the same thing that you did in the UK, killing their women. That's why France barred the IUIC from coming to France. It wasn't because of your religion. It wasn't because of freedom of speech. It was because France doesn't want you killing their women the way you killed the British women. They don't want that. You don't like girls and they don't like you. Anything else?
Sir, Montreal has a couple of questions.
Please, Montreal.
Shalom, Alawab. Yabashan Shabrakatah, sir. If I may, with your grace, I want get a quick breakdown of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 21, verse 5. Abakusha.
Please.
Kawaka, and this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 21, verse 5. A prayer out of a poor man's mouth reacheth to the ears of God, and his judgment cometh speedily.
Oh yeah, brother. You want me to break that down for you?
Kawakan Baba Kushado.
Let me tell you, this scripture is great comfort when you're poor and the rich triumph over you as if God only loves them. That's the world you and I live in today, where men like Donald Trump and the rich men of this world, they think that they're protected because they think their money protects them. They think their wealth means that they're safe. And meanwhile, the poor sit home feeling like they have no safety. The Lord God is trying to tell us, brother, that the poor have God as their salvation. The poor have God as their protector. And that is going into my topic tonight. That precept you just read is one of the precepts that will end the war in Palestine, that will bring peace to Palestine. The poor have God for their protection. That's the precept that you just brought up. You understand?
Kawakan, sir. The water.
No problem.
So, like, if I may, I have one more question out of one. I need another breakdown, 2 verses down. So, Ecclesiasticus chapter 21, verse 7 and 8, if I may, out of one.
Please.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 21, verse 7. An eloquent man is known far and near, but a man of understanding knoweth when he slippeth. Verse 8.
You want me to break that down or wait until you're finished?
Sir, if you could break it down,
no problem. Simply, it is more important to understand than it is to be a good speaker. An eloquent, let me give you some eloquent men. Martin Luther King, he was an eloquent man. He was a well-spoken orator. He could speak up. So many people like him. Malcolm X, eloquent speakers. They could speak, but that's different than a man of true conscience. That's different. An eloquent man will get famous. He'll be famous because he knows how to speak. It's like knowing how to sing or knowing how to rap or knowing how to dance. It's a talent. And some people have that talent. And if they have it, people will like to see that talent. They'll enjoy it. And you'll get famous because you're an eloquent speaker. Now read the next part.
Kawakan. But a man of understanding knoweth when he slippeth.
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you what's better. It's better to be a man of understanding, because a man of understanding would have never made the kind of mistakes that Martin Luther King made in his personal life. Because a man of understanding knows when he's slipping. He knows when he makes a mistake. So many times people that can speak, they can't govern themselves. They don't know when they make mistakes. You'll give somebody that gives an amazing speech, and he goes home and he's a drug addict. He chases around white women. He's a LGBT person. He can't stop himself. He can't catch himself when he slips. So Malcolm X, although he's a great speaker, he's going to betray his brothers and side with white people and betray his brothers, and then they're going to kill him because, of course, they're evil people as well. He doesn't know when he's making a mistake. It's more important to be a man of understanding than it is to be a good speaker. That's more important. There's nothing wrong with being a good speaker. It's a talent. It's a God-given talent, and some people have it, and it's great, and having that talent can make you famous. But if you had to choose one, I would choose being a man of understanding. Then I won't make the same mistakes that so many other famous men make. You understand?
Kawakan, sir.
No problem. Anything else?
Kawakan, verse 8 also, if I could, out of one. Ecclesiasticus chapter 21, verse 8. He that buildeth his house with other man's money is like one that gathereth himself stones for the tomb of his burial. If I could get just a general breakdown of Kushado.
That's a perfect precept for Palestine, for America, for Canada, for the West Indian Islands, for St. Lucia. Where are you from again?
I'm from Martinique, out of one.
From Martinique. That's the perfect precept for that. Read it from the top again.
Karawakad, sir. Ecclesiasticus chapter 21, verse 8. He that buildeth his house with other man's money.
That's what happened. Martinique was built with another man's money. Canada was built with another man's money. America was built with another man's money. Mexico, California, Great Britain built with someone else's money, built with money that they stole from a people that didn't have enough strength to fight someone when they broke into their home and stole their goods. Built off of might, built off of superior strength from an inferior person. That's how these countries got built up. And so when you do that, when you build your house with another person's money, keep going.
Karawakan. Salakia. Another man's money is like one that gathereth himself stones for the tomb of his burial.
Yeah, you're in essence, you think you're building a house, but really you're building a grave for you to live in. You're building a grave for you to stay in perpetually forever. You're building where you're going to die. You're not building where you're going to live. That's the problem with Palestine. That's the problem with America, Great Britain, Canada, Trinidad, Mexico, South and Central America. These people stole this land from other people. And now they go and think they're building a great house, but they're building their own grave. You understand?
Kawakan, if I may, sir, would Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12 be a good precept for that?
Let me hear it.
Kawakan, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity.
Perfect, Doc. Absolutely perfect. Well said.
Kawakan, so Tawar Alawa.
No problem. The word of you are. Próximo preguntas.
Sir. Officer Ibaja asks, can I get some scriptures for Biden going crazy like Nebuchadnezzar? And asks if that connects to the things that he's done against black people over his career.
Biden going crazy like Nebuchadnezzar. It's a good one, but I'm not sure exactly. I will probably go just to the precepts about sickness and illness and being cursed. Is there one particularly about Nebuchadnezzar that you're thinking about, Asher? If that's who asked the question. I'm sorry, Ibaja, you got to give me what you mean by Nebuchadnezzar. That I can't recall what you're saying about that, how you're relating it to Nebuchadnezzar. All right. He'll have to give me that one. All right.
Khan.
All right, let's move on.
Sir, brother asks, Lord in Christ, Salaki, if I may, can I get a breakdown of the angels with four faces, Baba Kasha?
All right, go ahead. Does he know where it is?
Sir, it's Ezekiel 1 and 5.
Let's try to fit in some more of these videos whenever we can, or we can just start doing the stories whenever you're ready. He's speaking about with the description of the angels. It's when Ezekiel saw the angel, and the angel had the face of a man, the face of a bull, the face of an eagle, and there was another face I can't recall. Maybe a lion, the face of a lion. So the angel had four faces. What's the point? The point is that this is not a man. The angel had four wings. Was it four? It might have been 6 wings. 2 wings up here, 2 wings down here. 5. I think it was 6 wings. The angel had 6 wings. What's the point? This is not a man. That's the point. When Ezekiel saw this thing had 4, 5 faces, 6 wings. This is not a human being, which was the point that the Most High God was trying to get across. This is not some man. This is a servant of God from another dimension. This is a supernatural power. That's why he had so many faces. That's why they had wings, to emphasize the point that these are not men. These are something more than men. That's the point, all right?
Sir. Officer Yadazar has a question in the room.
Shalom, Adawan, Yabashim Yashbakata.
What's going on, warrior?
Solid, sir. If I may, Adawan, Baba Kasha, I would like a breakdown in Isaiah 45, verses 1 through 5, sir. General breakdown.
Please.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have holden, to subdue nations before him. And I will loose the loins of kings, to open before him the 2 levied gates.
I might need some. You give me some context on this. Like, I'm not sure. What are we talking about here?
It's talking about when I could read verse 2, sir. It's gonna give some more detail.
Mhm.
I will go before thee and make the crooked places straight. I will break in pieces the gates of brass and cut in sunder the bars of iron. And I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places.
Do you understand all of that?
I wanted to know, sir, in verses 1, why it says the Lord to his anointed and then mentioned to Cyrus.
Okay, I might have to read along with you. I'm not catching. I can't catch the context.
Okay, sir.
Let me. Where are we at now?
We in Isaiah 45, sir.
Stand by. Isaiah. 1 second. Isaiah 45. Is there something in specific?
Just a general breakdown from 1 to
Isaiah
5.
45 in what?
Starting at verse 1.
Isaiah 45 and 1. Okay, you want me just to break down all these verses or break down, is there a specific question you're asking me?
The question will be with Cyrus out of 1.
Okay, where is that at?
That's in verse 1, the very first line.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Would you like me to read the last verse in 44, sir?
Please, go ahead.
Isaiah 44, verse 28. I'll start at verse 27.
Okay.
That saith to the deep, be dry, and I will dry up thy rivers. 28. That saith, Salakia. I will have to start at 24 for the context, sir.
All right.
Thus saith the Lord thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord that maketh all things, that stretcheth forth the heavens alone, that spreadeth abroad the earth by myself. 25, that frustrateth the tokens of the liars, and maketh diviners mad, that turneth wise men backward, and maketh their knowledge foolish. 26, that confirmed the word of his servant, and performed the counsel of his messengers, that said to Jerusalem, thou shalt be inhabited. And to the city.
Leave, Bob, you gotta give me your point, though. I get what you're saying, but is there a point you're trying to get me to see? I'm missing something.
No, I wanted to get the context to see why he was referring to Cyrus, why he mentioned the anointed, and then he mentioned to Cyrus.
And Cyrus, this is the king. I might need to look him up. I can't really recall. Isn't this the cat over
King
in
of Persia? King of Persia.
Right. Now, to my memory, it's jogging my memory only slightly. To my memory, this is the cat that gave us permission to go back and build Israel. Okay, this is the cat right here. That's what he means by the chosen. Cyrus was not an Israelite, but the Most High God chose him to be the one to be utilized for us to go back and rebuild our homeland. So what you're reading about all here in 45 and 1, I can break that one down for you if you need. Let me just break 45 and 1 down for you. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. Isaiah 45 verse 1. Thus saith the Lord to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have holden.
Cyrus was chosen to be the heathen king to help us go rebuild Israel. Cyrus is not, Jesus Christ. He's not an Israelite. The word anointed just means he was chosen. He was the heathen king that was going to be the one sitting on the throne when we went back and rebuild our kingdom. And he was the one that was going to be utilized by God for us to do it. He was chosen for that fact. The Most High has done that many times throughout this nation. He chooses someone. He can choose a heathen to be chosen to do a task, but never to be chosen to be his people. But he chooses them for some task. And the woman, there's many people like that. There's the woman who Christ anointed her daughter, healed her daughter. There was a heathen woman chosen for that purpose, and other heathens chosen for that. Cyrus was the king that was going to be the one to give us the permission, the authority to back up, to go and rebuild the walls of Jerusalem. So that's why he's calling him anointed, if that was your question. And you can just, this is in a Bible dictionary as well, what I just said. All right?
Khan, I don't want Khan.
Anything else?
La, sir, that breaks it down, sir.
Don't sweat.
Khan, sir, Officer Ibaja, got his scripture, Daniel chapter 4 and 32 through 33. And they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field. They shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and 7 times shall pass over thee, until thou know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will.
That's a good precept for Biden right there. That is excellently a good precept. That's one, because Biden is about to go bug nuts crazy on that bone cancer he has. Any Israelites out there that have cancer, it's a terrible thing. And I pray to the Most High God that you be healed. This is a heathen, however. And the Most High God, of course, will not hear my prayers for him. So what he'll go through all kinds of terrible things. He'll go bug nuts crazy, and that will be that for him. Anything else?
Most High in Christ. Officer Ayathun says, Shalom, my Lord Salakia, if I may. How do you approach dealing with a child who is constantly disobedient and disregards her parents' rules?
How old is the child? If you can get me that, let me find out that. How old is the child? That matters. Some of you say the child 23 years old. The child is 23. Kick him the hell out the house. That's all. If the child is a little baby, then you should get some specific counsel from your camp leader, and we can discuss the ways to discipline the child. You have to first find out why the child is doing this. It's an excellent idea to get the child seen by a medical professional. You want to first exclude any medical problem. Some of these children, they have medical issues, man. They got problems. They have autism. They have learning disabilities. You want to first exclude any medical issue that the child might have. So if your child is having behavioral problems, first thing, get him to a doctor. First thing, get him to a doctor and let the doctor check them out. See if they have some issues that they might need extra help with. Now, let's imagine that the doctor says, no, the child is fine. Then you have to look at the parenting. Look at the parenting. Look at how the child is being trained. Some of your children behave like animals because the parents are animals. That's some of your children. You're wondering why your children is so terrible, why your children doesn't listen. It's because you are molesting them. That's why. Because you're molesting your daughter. Some of you out there, can you imagine Ephraim? I don't know why my daughter don't respect me. It's probably because you're molesting her. Then you wonder why this little girl doesn't respect you. How could she? You come into her room at night when the mother goes to work. That's why the girl doesn't respect you. You wonder why my daughter doesn't respect, her mother. Well, how could she? The mother drags men in and out of the house, smokes around the woman, gets drunk all goddamn day. If you're an alcoholic, your children probably will have a very difficult time treating you like an authority figure. So if your child doesn't have a medical problem, then the next thing I would look at is you. Are you molesting your child? Are you an alcoholic? Are you abusing your child? Are you constantly fighting in front of your child? You sit around all day fighting in front of your child, arguing, and then the minute you want to act like a parent, now you're wondering why the child looked at you like a piece of garbage because you act like a piece of garbage, and then you want to flip a switch and turn into a parent. It's not so easy. It's not so easy to do that. So then I would look at myself to see if I'm doing something that's causing my child not to honor me. Now, let's say that's not the case. Then your child just needs some skills, some discipline that we can provide in the Israelite School of UPK under commanding General Yahama. All right?
Kind out of one kind.
Anything else?
Sister Ash, Shalom, so Lord in Christ. I want to know how you deal with a grieving spouse. How do you be with them during their hard time?
Well, what you want to do is allow them the time. You have a grieving spouse, you want to first give them the time. The Bible says that a good man is the death of a good man is worthy of tears, worthy of crying. So if someone has died in your life or in your husband's life, let him cry. Let him grieve. Just let it happen. You're just there. You're not trying to turn it or sway it or stop it. You're just letting them go through it. Grieving is a process. You got to just let it happen. So you give them the time. Going to the burial, that helps. It used to help. many times these Christian burials, Doc, are really raucous celebrations for some reason. I'll never understand that. I don't know when this started to happen, but I think around about the 70s, they stopped having funerals. They stopped having funerals, and they started having something called going home services in a Christian church, where it's like you at one time you went to a funeral to cry. That's really the whole reason that they have an open casket. The casket is open so you can look at the dead body and cry. So you can cleanse yourself with grief. So you can just mourn, cry. You're looking at your dead loved one and you can cry. And at the end of it, you feel better. Then you go have something to eat and get a drink. And you feel better because you got to mourn. Around about the 70s, for some sick reason, Christians stopped allowing Black people to cry at church. I mean, to cry at a funeral, where now you're not even allowed to cry. Who knows what I'm talking about? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Where you go to a Christian funeral, you cannot cry. You have to celebrate and dance and be happy while your dead loved one is laying there. And so you never get the therapeutic cry that you need, because ain't no reason to cry. We're going to dance and celebrate. Well, when am I supposed to cry? Because I lost my mother. I lost my husband, my wife. So, okay, I got you. I got to dance and smile at the funeral. I can't be sad because that would be weak. I got to dance. So then when do I get to cry? Because I could sure use one. I pray you understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I could sure use a good cry because I lost someone that I never wanted to spend one day without. Okay, so you need that. You need to mourn. You need to be sad. Then you need this last thing. Then you need to stop it. You need to cut it off. That's what the Bible says. You give yourself some time. You give your husband some time. Then that time will start to go a little too long. Then you have to forcefully stop the grieving. You have to stop. Why don't you take that picture off of your damn wall, that dead person? You sit there, you got that funeral. What's that thing called they give you at the funeral? That little magazine. What is that called, Ephraim? Obituary. Yeah, take the obituary down. It's been there for 3 years. Take it down. It's fine to put the obituary up. You sit it up, you stare at it every day. You cry every time you see it. After a while, take the obituary down. Put it in a drawer. Get rid of it. Clothe yourself. Give me the precepts so I can break this down. Give me I think it's Ecclesiastes 9 where it says mourn and then let thy clothing continually be white. Then put off mourning. You got to mourn. Then you have to stop. Take your loved one's picture off of your goddamn phone. And when your phone reminds you every year of your mother's death, stop it. Take that off of your phone. The white man wants you to be reminded every goddamn year that you lost your cousin. Every year. You got to look at your cousin and then you go repost it. You go repost it. I still miss you from 2017. Right. I still miss you because your phone is reminding you to be sad. No more. You took that time, didn't you? You cried. You mourned. You took that time. Now put it away. Now be with the living, because if you continue to focus on being with the dead, you're going to be with the dead. You have to focus on being with the living. While you're crying over your loved one, we are alive and we miss you. We want you to be with us. And we're here. Your mother isn't. Your father isn't. But we are. You better be with the living, or else you're going to be with the dead. You're going to be with those people that you miss so bad. Be with them. What I would have you do is to be with us, because we're alive. Come make some memories with us. Instead of remembering your father, remembering your grandmother every year on your timeline, talking about your grandmom, come make some memories with us. Conmigo. Conmigo. Make some memories with us. Come be with us. And now we can all have memories. We can all share things. Come join the living, brother. You understand? I pray.
Con.
All right, you have the precept I asked for?
I don't. I have Ecclesiastes 9.
I think does it say let your garments always be white?
Con. I got that.
Go up above it. You hear about death. Do you see death right there?
Ecclesiastes 9 and 5. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything.
Yeah, the living know that they're going to die, but the dead know nothing. They're dead. It's over. It's over for them, but not for us. Not for you. Keep going.
Neither have they any more a reward.
The dead don't have a reward. The dead cannot work towards a better world. The dead cannot work towards achieving things anymore. So if you're constantly focused on someone that's dead, neither can you. Now you can't focus on a reward, focus on achievement, focus on gathering things that you need to have in life. You'll be just like your dead loved one, gathering nothing, achieving nothing. Continue.
For the memory of them is forgotten.
Keep going.
Verse 6. Also their love and their hatred and their envy is now perished.
Everything, the love, the hatred, the envy, it's gone now. Everything about them is gone. Keep going.
Now, neither have they any more a portion forever in anything that is done under the sun.
Nothing belongs to a dead person. That ain't no dead man's house. That's your house. I'm alive. That's not your uncle's car. He's dead. That's your car. That's your house. They're dead, so it belongs to the living. The dead don't get anything. So what are you going to do? Be with them constantly? Then you have nothing. Continue.
Khan. Go thy way. Eat thy bread with joy.
You hear that? Read that again.
Go thy way.
That's what you better do. You're going to have your time to cry. Take it. They deserve it. That was a good brother you lost, a good woman you lost, a good grandmother, a good grandpa. Listen, cry. They deserve that cry. Then stop. Go your way. Go ahead.
Eat thy bread with joy.
Eat your bread with joy. Get up and eat food. Your grandmom can't eat any more food. All those recipes grandmom had, that good chicken she baked up and all of that good food you think about, well, guess what? She can't cook it anymore, but someone can. There's somebody that can make that dish. There's someone that can make grandmom's biscuits, grandmom's chicken, grandmom's sweet potato pie. She can't make it, but there is someone that still can make that pie. I'd get up and make one and eat the hell out of it and eat it. Continue.
And drink thy wine with a merry heart.
That's what I'd do because I'm alive. Join us. Take the obituary down. Get rid of it. Take the time. Take your death, the people, all your loved ones that died, take them off your timeline. Don't be reminded of it every goddamn year. Do not celebrate the day that someone died. What is that I see on my phone all the time? Heavenly birthday. What in the fuck is that? A heavenly birthday? How depressed do I have to be? I ain't never depressed enough. Man, how depressed do you want me? So wait a minute. So now I got to celebrate heavenly birthdays. I got to celebrate when my father lived and died and forgive him for all the mistakes he made while he was alive. How depressed do I need to be before you're satisfied? I think I'm depressed enough. I'm going to get rid of this heavenly birthday bullshit here. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to push that away from me. I'm not going to commemorate the day someone died. I'm not doing that. Why? Because I have to live. Everyone understand?
Come on, sir.
Anything else?
Let thy garments be always white, and let thy head lack no ointment.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to dress, in mourning clothing for the rest of my life. I'm not going to neglect hygiene. That's what happens when you just get absorbed with depression. Now you don't even take care of yourself anymore. I'm going to put some oil on this head, brother. I'm going to get some Tazariak oil, smell good, look good. Get out here and get some tail. Because I'm alive. Everybody understands.
Sir, a sister put a comment in, and I remember seeing videos of this. They stand the dead up in clubs, stuff them like taxidermy, I suppose, and have a party.
Yo, I totally forgot her. Give Deandra a hand because I totally forgot. I don't know what that is. Like instead of having a time of sadness, they put a blunt in his hand, a bottle of cognac, a bottle of Hennessy, and stand him up in a nightclub and just have a party. That started to happen around the 70s, where even just going to a traditional church, they called it a homegoing service. And it stopped being a funeral, stopped being a burial, it stopped being sad, and it just started to be everybody dancing and singing. Okay. All right. It's up to you. Anything else?
Sir. Might be a good time to get into your topics.
We'll clap it up then. Let's get it on. In Christ. All right. What do we have? What do we have tonight? We did RG3. I think I'm good with that, right? Or no?
Sir.
All right. What other videos do we have?
Somebody did ask the school stance on the Kanye song and stunts.
Oh, the one you told me about before class.
Sir.
All right, put that up on the screen. If you don't have it, don't worry. You got it right there. Go ahead.
You want me to play it with the sound on?
Yeah, you can break it down or play it. Do your thing.
Con.
Howdy, nigga, howdy. All my niggas nuts, nigga, howdy. Nigga, howdy. Nigga, howdy. All my niggas nuts, nigga, howdy.
What? Asher, what are they saying?
They're saying all my niggas Nazis, nigga, Heil Hitler.
Let me tell you what Kanye West went. Kanye West went down at a homeless shelter and gave everybody $20 who come out and sing this song, which is exactly what every politician does. Whenever you see people holding up signs and protesting for some political move, that's because they go to the homeless shelters and they give everybody $20 an hour. They pay them $20 an hour and they give them a sign and they protest and get angry, but really they don't even know what the hell they're talking about or what they're there for. They're getting paid $20 an hour for this. And this is what these poor brothers are doing right now. And they're just screaming Heil Hitler for Kanye West. Kanye West, now once again, Captain Tazariak is more than likely going to be interviewing Kanye West shortly. Shortly, Kanye West will, or Yeezus, or Ye, or what should I call him, Tazariak? Whatever you want me to call him. Yehovasness, Yehenin, whatever he is. Sooner or later, Captain Tazariak will be interviewing Kanye West. And Captain Tazariak will ask him why he did this, what was his purpose in doing it. He's making some type of political artist statement. He's an artist, he's an artist, and somehow he's expressing some type of artistic expression, which of course I do not understand, but I'm sure Captain Tazariak will ask him a question and explain it to us. See, I'm not an artist, Ephraim. I give God's word. I say what God said. I am not an artist. I don't entertain at all. Kanye West is an entertainer. And somehow this is about entertainment. However, that's not what we do here in the Israelite School of UPK. You understand? That's it. Nothing else.
They brought over a group of South Africans and welcomed them into the country.
Everyone heard about this. Donald Trump cut off all immigration, cut off every form of a person coming to America to seek asylum because of violence in their country. You cannot come here if you're Haitian. You cannot seek asylum because of the violence in Haiti. You cannot seek asylum from any country in the Arab world, from Africa, from India, or from South and Central America. You cannot come to America and seek asylum. But you absolutely can get in here if you're white. Donald Trump brought in 65 South African farmers because they're suffering a genocide in South Africa. The only problem is that's a goddamn lie, and there is no genocide in South Africa. These are the richest farmers in South Africa. The BBC did the whole expose on the entire white people being killed in a genocide in South Africa. It's not happening at all. There's only been 16,000 people killed in South Africa the whole year. 20 of them were white people. 20 of them. That's it. There are the claims of white genocide are not real in South Africa. That's from the BBC. It doesn't exist. So what's really happening here? These are Elon Musk's friends. Elon Musk is a South African. He came over here as an illegal immigrant from South Africa. And these are just rich landowners that wanted to come to America to get more rich. And they're going to get more rich. They're going to get rich like you can't goddamn understand. They're going to get even more rich than they were in South Africa, just like Elon Musk did. It's going to happen. And that's why they're here. Why are they doing this? Because DEI can only benefit white people. That's it. Affirmative action can only benefit white people. Donald Trump proved that the Israelite school of UPK was right all the time.
Right.
This is what we said America was like. And you hated us for saying it. Black people hated us for bringing out the racism of America, of Great Britain, of Trinidad, of Canada. You hated us for saying it. Donald Trump is proving that the things that we knew about and you refused to see, Donald Trump is shoving it down your throat. Because he is a disgusting, evil man that you cannot ignore. You see, there were white, disgusting men that were evil before this. Speaking of South Africa, have you ever heard of apartheid, Ephraim?
Yes, sir.
Apartheid was the government of South Africa until about the 1980s or 90s. When did apartheid end in South Africa, Ephraim? Look that up for me. Leave that on the screen. Apartheid ended in South Africa, I want to say in the 90s.
Salaki, sir, in the 90s, sir.
In the 90s. Well,
1994, sir.
Say again?
1994.
Until 1994, white apartheid was the ruling government concept in South Africa, which meant that the dark-skinned Africans, the real Africans, the Hamites, according to God, were second-class citizens. They could not own land. They had no justice according to the law. They were a second-class people by law in South Africa. And during that whole time, America was friends with South Africa. America did not oppose apartheid. Jimmy Carter was an ally to the South African apartheid, an ally. Ronald Reagan was an ally to apartheid South African. All of the presidents, Nixon, Kennedy, all of them. They didn't hate South Africa. They were allies to the racist government in South Africa until 1994. Let me give you another one for you Cubans out there. Cuba, before Castro took over Cuba, a man named Fidel Castro took over Cuba in the early 60s. Before Castro took over Cuba, do you know what kind of government Cuba had? A segregated government. Cuba was segregated. Black people in Cuba, when I say black people, I mean dark-skinned Manassites, dark-skinned Israelites had no rights. When I say there are white Cubans, meaning they're not Israelites. They're just white people. The same way every country has white people. But the real Cubans, the light-skinned and the dark-skinned real Cubans, they were second-class citizens in Cuba. Cuba was segregated. Look it up. Cuba was completely segregated. And what was America? America was on the side of segregation in Cuba. They were on the side of segregation. They hated Fidel Castro. They hated him. Fidel Castro got in office, and Fidel Castro ended segregation in Cuba. That's a fact. So everybody hates Fidel Castro. I don't know if he's an Israelite or not. I never looked it up. But I know this much. Before Fidel Castro took over Cuba, Cuba was segregated like Florida. It was just like Florida. It was like the South. It was completely segregated, and real indigenous people in Cuba were second-class citizens by law. Fidel Castro took over Cuba and ended segregation. That's a fact. That's undeniable. That's history. He ended segregation. So America has always been like this. You think Donald Trump made America racist? South Africa has always been the ally of America when white South Africans were killing and enslaving. What's that fool that went to jail over there in South Africa? When America was on the side of the people that put Mandela in jail. They were on their side. America has been friends with South Africa when they were racist segregationists. They were on the side of the segregationists in South Africa. They were on the side of segregation in Cuba. America has been the way it is right now forever. But America had enough tact, enough cunning to hide it. Donald Trump is so stupid, he's too dumb to hide it. And so because of that, now you see what's been happening forever. We were right the whole time. You want to play something? Go ahead.
Sir, I was just getting this ready for you.
You got it.
Salakia, sir, if I may, we can't forget about the Jewish state. They was in support of the apartheid also. The Jewish state was in support of the apartheid also, sir.
America, the Jewish state of Israel was in support of apartheid in South Africa, in support of treating the Palestinians like garbage and creating an apartheid in Palestine. America has always been on the side of racist regimes all over the world. It didn't start with Donald Trump. This is the way it always was. If you're 40 years old and up, you know that America was on the side of South Africa when they were oppressing the Africans in South Africa. Always. They were on the side of the people abusing the Irish people in Great Britain. Great Britain was abusing Ireland. Whose side was America on? Great Britain. Great Britain was, America sided with Great Britain when Great Britain was abusing Ireland. America has always sided with the abuser, always sided with the segregationist, always sided with the oppressor. This is not new at all. You're just young, but this is normal. Donald Trump is just so stupid, he can't even put up the front to make it look like it's innocent. Everybody understands. Let me get into the topic now. Give me some more of my topic. Let's pass on this one. This is a good one. But let's keep going. What else do I have?
Let's see. We have the plantation burning.
Oh, this is now. I want you to watch this, right? And this is going to explain how you end the war in the Middle East. No, hold this one. Give me the other ones. Give me the white girl who said nigger, who called the child nigger or the N-word.
Let
me tell you something. There's only one way to end war in the Middle East. Today in Washington, D.C., I believe, two Israeli citizens that work at a Israeli museum in Washington, D.C. A brother walked in there. He was an Hispanic brother, but he's on the side of the Palestinians. And he walked into this museum and he unalived these two Israeli citizens who work in this museum, and he unalived them. And then he screamed, "Free Palestine, free Palestine." And he's taken to jail. And this is going back and forth. Many of you know, because we wear a shield of David, a pro-Palestinian woman crashed her car into our school in Indianapolis because she was terrified and horrified about what was happening to the Palestinian babies. This is going back and forth. They say that 12,000 Palestinian babies are dying every day in Palestine right now. 12,000. They're dying like crazy. They're in a desperate need for food, for water. And because of that, people who are conscientious and people who love life are now committing acts of terrorism because they're in pain over what's happening to the Palestinians. Play the video.
No. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free!
This is when they caught him. He had just unalived two people just now. And they caught him. And he did it because he wants the war to end in Palestine. He doesn't want the Israelis to continue to unalive Palestinian children, to starve the Palestinians to death. The Israelis are starving the Palestinians. The Israelis are denying them water. The Israelis are killing journalists. They're killing aid workers who try to deliver food to Palestinians. They kill, unalive the aid workers. They're unaliving children by the thousands every day. And because of that, people are now unaliving the Israelis. They're unaliving them because their hearts are breaking for the Palestinian children. Well, today you should tune in tonight because I'm going to give you the solution to ending the conflict in Palestine. There's only one solution. First of all, I'm going to explain to you why the Israelis believe they're right in killing and unaliving those children in Palestine. I'm going to give you the Israelis' reasoning for why they believe that that land is theirs and that they should take that land and that the Palestinians have no right to that land. I gave you some videos earlier. You know what I'm talking about, Up? Put those up on the screen. It's very simple. All of you, you look at how the Palestinians are being unalived and you wonder, why are the Israelis doing this to them? Don't they have a heart? Don't they have a conscience? Well, this video is going to explain to you the Israeli mindset on why they believe they have the right to oppress and unalive the Palestinians. Play the video.
Israel has valid, long-standing historical ties to the land.
No. Legally, no. Legally, no. I mean, that's the claim. It doesn't have any legal foundation. In the League of Nations a covenant that was part of the Versailles Treaty, the Palestine Mandate was supposed to be provisionally recognized as an independent state, a state for everyone, a single state for all the people on that land, not a state for a particular racial group. So the idea, and Israel is a Jewish state by definition.
Here's what you first need. Israel does not have a legal right to create a state for only Jewish people. The Treaty of Versailles, the UN never gave them the right to say, you can have this land and you can make it a country only for your religion, only for your race. They gave them the right to start the country in 1948 to be a country for all people, just like America or Great Britain or Australia or any other country. They never gave them the right to create a Jewish state, which would mean that if you're a non-Jew, then you don't have any rights in Israel. That's what they established. They established a country where unless you're Jewish, you have no rights. That's apartheid. That's what apartheid is. The UN never gave them that right. So they have no legal basis to create a country that's only for Jewish people. No country does. South Africa can't do that. South Africa can't abuse white people because black South Africans or dark-skinned South Africans are in power now. They don't have the right to abuse white South Africans. That's why America took them in under some lie that they're being abused, because no country has the right to set up a religious country, a country only for one race of people. So then why do they think they have the right? If it's not a legal right, then where does their right come from? Why are they so zealous about making Israel a place for Jews? Why do they want to expel the Palestinians? Why do they think they have the right to do it if it doesn't come from the law? Play the 3-minute video about an explanation of Jewish settlement. Do you have that one up?
Come on, sir.
Play that.
Something I've never done, and I'll try in 3 minutes to do the history of Jews and Zionism, starting now. The Jewish people first entered the land of Israel 3,300 years ago, and everyone can read that in the Bible. Assuming you don't have the Bible, then
I want you to rewind it and play it again, then rewind it and play it again, then rewind it and play it again. Go.
History of Jews and Zionism, starting now. The Jewish people first entered the land of Israel 3,300 years ago, and everyone can read that in the Bible. Assuming you don't believe the Bible, then you can look at archaeology, which shows evidence of about 3,000 years ago.
Play it
There's
again.
no the land of Israel 3,300 years ago, and everyone can read that in the Bible. Assuming
Play it
you don't
again.
believe
Play it again.
to do the history of Jews and Zionism, starting now. The Jewish people first entered the land of Israel 3,300 years ago, and everyone can read that in the Bible. Assuming you don't believe.
Stop. Do you understand what that means? Jewish people don't think that they have a right to the land of Israel because of the UN, because of the Treaty of Versailles. Jewish people believe that they have the right to Palestine, that they have the right to rule the land of Israel because of the Bible. That's why. Because of the Bible. It's not about governments. It's not about treaties. It's not about America or Great Britain. They believe that the Bible gives them the right to that land because they believe that they are the Jews in the Bible. They believe they're the Jews of archaeology. They believe that they are the biblical ethnic Jews, and that's their right to Palestine. That. Keep going.
The Bible. Assuming you don't believe the Bible, then you can look at archaeology, which shows evidence of about 3,000 years ago. There's no dispute that the Jewish people founded their first commonwealth, the Kingdom of David, 3,000 years ago.
Who? The kingdom of who?
Of David.
Kingdom of who? Read that. Play that again.
Their first commonwealth, the Kingdom of David.
Because they believe that they are the kingdom of David, that they are the descendants of King David, that they're the descendants of the book of Samuel, the book of Chronicles. They believe they are in the bloodline of David. And that gives them the right to Palestine. That gives them the right to that land. Their right isn't given by the court. They believe the Bible gives them the right to that land. And the Palestinians living there are living on the land that God gave their ancestors because they believe they're the people of the Bible. David, Samson, Solomon. Continue.
3,000 years ago, it was destroyed. We were kicked out. We came back, founded the second Commonwealth of Israel, which went on for several hundred years. And again, it was destroyed, this time by the Romans. Jews stayed in Israel, but few Jews stayed in Israel. The rest of the Jews were kicked out to all across the world. And every day they prayed 3 times a day that they want to return to Israel. And it was a pretty lousy 2,000 years, pogroms, Holocaust.
They believe they went through a diaspora. They believe they were scattered throughout the 4 corners of the globe. They believe that every day they faced the east, saying, Shema Yasha'Allah Alehawa Akkad. Please, Lord, give us back our homeland. Please, Lord, give us a land. Please, Lord, take us back. They believe they did that for 2,000 years. He just said it. He said 2,000 years. The Romans kicked them out. And every day they prayed. Every day they prayed to God to give them back this land. Continue.
But about 150 years ago, secular Jews, primarily Herzl, Jabotinsky, and others, took the initiative. Let's come back to our own homeland. The Jews are the indigenous people of the land of Israel. The term Palestine was coined by the Romans in order to dissociate the place that was called Judea until now. It had no connection to Arabs for the simple reason that Arabs arrived to the land of Palestine only 600 years later during the Arab conquering. So there were no Arabs in the land of Israel. But yes, throughout those 1,400 years, very slowly, Arabs came, primarily, mostly when Jews returned in the 19th century. Then the world decided I'm cutting long story short, to bring a solution, a tough solution to both sides, to divide the land between a Jewish state and an Arab state. It wasn't called Palestinian. Jews said yes, Arabs said no. This was the Peel Commission. Fast forward 1947, the UN came up with the same sort of idea, divide into a Jewish state, an Arab state. Jews said yes, Arabs said no, attacked the Jews and wanted to kill all the Jews. The Jews fought back, won. During that war, 600,000 Arabs that had been living in smaller Israel fled, and some of them were also expelled, because that's what happens when you try and kill your enemy and you lose. That's what happened throughout history. We founded the state of Israel, and that's where we are now.
Right there. Then all of a sudden, I'm sorry?
Slaka, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Did he just say that the Arabs were never in Israel? Like, what happened to the Crusades? What happened to the Ottoman Empire?
Well,
Like,
he's making a long story short.
Concert.
So I'll give him that much, in that he's trying to say that the Arabs came back around when the Jews came back around, and then in 1948 they established the state. This video is very important to understand why they believe they're right to expel the Palestinians. And now I have to ask you, why do Jewish people think that they're right to kick every Palestinian out of Palestine, to starve them, to take away their medicine and water, to bomb them? Why do Jewish people believe that they have the right to Palestine, even if they have to exterminate the Palestinians? I would like someone to answer the question for me. Anyone online? Because if you can understand this, then you can also understand how to end the war in the Middle East, how to end the war in Palestine. Do you want peace in the Middle East? Is that what you want? Do you love those Palestinian babies that are dying because they're dying? You love them. Do you love the Israelis that were kidnapped by the Palestinians? Do you want there to be peace in Palestine? Then I have to ask you, why do Jewish people think they have the right to exterminate the Palestinians and to take that land? Why? I need someone to give me the shot. Give people online an answer. Give them a shot for 1 second.
So the sister in the room would like to answer.
Because the Israelis think that they are the people of the book.
Give her a hand. So now, the only reason that the Palestinians are being unalived, the only reason the Jewish people are bombing them, is because the Jewish people think that they are the people in the Bible. The only way to bring peace to the Middle East is for everyone who can speak, everyone who has a platform, everyone who loves the Palestinian children who are being killed, everyone who loves the Jewish people, and you don't want Jewish people to die. Every mouth must confess that the Jews are black, that blacks and Hispanics are the people of the Bible, and that there are no white Jews. There are no white Israelites. Otherwise, these two people will fight over this land because they believe it's theirs. Everyone should tell them that Israel belongs to niggers and spicks. Everyone should say it. Because if we could teach the world that they don't own the land of Israel, then they will stop fighting over it. They'll stop fighting over it. If you love the Palestinians, then you better teach that the Jews are black, that the Israelites are black. The people of David don't live in Palestine. They live in Memphis. They live in Tennessee. They live in Harlem. They live in Chicago. David's people don't live in Palestine. David's people live in Los Angeles. David's people live in Philadelphia, LA, Chicago, Harlem, Memphis, Nashville. That's where, in Texas, that's where the people of David live. They don't live in Palestine. Why are you bombing them? Why are you taking that land? The problem with this world is people think the Jews are white. And if the Jews are white, then of course they will use their weapons to go and kill everyone in Palestine to take their land back. Can I give you more proof? Let's say everyone on the planet Earth, even black people, even Hispanics, even North American Indians believe that we are the true biblical ethnic Jews, not white people. Black people are the true Jews. The Israelites are the blacks and Hispanics scattered throughout South and Central America and North America. And the people in the land of Israel are not Jews. If everyone believed that, then what would happen then? Now, black people would believe that Israel is our land. Hispanics would believe that Israel is our land. What would Hispanics and black people do? Let's say every black and Hispanic believed that the land of Israel belonged to them. Let's say they believe that. Let's say they believe that white people and Arabs had taken over our land. What would black people do? I know what the Palestinians do. I know what the Saudi Arabians do. I know what Arabs do. I know what white Jewish people do when they fight over land. What do blacks and Hispanics do when they believe that someone has taken their land? Anyone want to give me the answer? Oh, this will have to even answer this, you'll have to have a breakthrough.
If I may, sir.
Breakthrough in your mind.
If I may, I don't want to.
Levi, do you have the answer?
Are you saying one West or the world, sir? Black people.
I'm saying one West and the world.
The world would march.
The world would do what?
They will march about going back to their land.
Would they kill Israelis to get the land back?
La, sir.
Would they bomb a country to get the land back?
La.
Why don't they? Let me ask you a question, Levi. You're a Levite from Haiti. I'm a Judite from New York, from Philly. Both of us have white people who have taken over our land, right?
Con out of con.
Why don't we kill for politics? The way white people kill for politics. For politics, white people shoot you. If white people think that you took their land, the Israelis believe that that land belongs to them, so they kill the Palestinians. The Palestinians believe that that's their land, so they kill the Israelis. White people and Arabs kill for politics. Why don't blacks and Hispanics? The Dominican brother right there. Do you believe that the Spanish have destroyed your people? The Dominican brother.
Con, sir.
Well, both of y'all Dominican?
Con, sir.
I didn't know that, War. You speak Spanish? Hablo tu español?
Sí.
Oh, I didn't know. You should have been teaching me Spanish, y'all. I didn't know you were a Simeonite.
Con, sir.
I didn't know that. Salakia. Well, then you know. Have the Spanish destroyed and conquered and impressed the tribe of Simeon, the chosen people of God, the Dominicans?
Con, sir.
Do the Dominicans kill all the Spanish to get them out of your land?
La, sir.
Why don't we? And to understand this is the mystery of life. The Arabs, if you take over an Arab land, the Arabs kill you. They just shot 2 people in Washington, D.C. today. They ran a car into our school because we have a shield of David, what they call a Star of David. The Palestinians commit acts of terrorism. 9/11 happened because the Arabs believed that America was taking over their land. The Arabs kill for politics. The Arabs kill. If you oppress them, the Arabs kill you. If you oppress white people, they kill you. If the Palestinians kidnap those Jewish settlers, I think they kidnapped, how many of them did they kidnap, Asher? Do you know? They kidnapped like 100 of them. The Israelis have killed about 3 million people since then. White people kill you if you take their land. If you oppress the Arabs, they kill you. If you oppress white people, they get their guns and kill you. The British were oppressing the Americans. What did the Americans do? The Americans started the Revolutionary War, and they killed and got rid of the British. The Americans killed the Spanish in the American-Spanish War. Whenever white people get oppressed, they kill their oppressor. Whenever the Arabs get oppressed, they kill their oppressor. What did China do? What did Vietnam do? The Vietnamese, the Chinese, the Japanese, when they believe someone is oppressing them, they kill the people that oppress them. They kill for politics. The Dominicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Haitians, the black people in America, the North American Indian, we don't.
It's like
Why? Why? Simeon.
Because Christianity has taught us to turn the other cheek.
In the Israelite school of UPK, do we kill to take back Harlem?
Nah, sir.
We don't either. We don't do it either. So then I'm going to ask you again. Why don't we do it? Let me see the police car. And let me see the plantation that burned down. And I'll give you your answer in 1 second. Hold your points. If you could understand this, even white people should teach that blacks are the real Jews. Even white people should teach that the Hispanics are the chosen people of God. Even the Arabs should teach that the blacks and the Hispanics and the Native American Indians are the chosen people of God. We're the real Jews. Every mouth should say it, of every race. Everyone should say that Jesus is a black man. Everyone should say that the Jews are black. Because if we're the Jews, and if you've taken our land, we're not going to kill you to take it back. We're not going to do that. We're going to wait. We're going to pray. Do you know the reason that black people and Dominicans and Mexicans and Haitians, we don't pick up guns to kill our oppressor? Because we're the children of Israel and we trust in God. We believe God will give us justice. We believe God will expel our oppressors. You see, the problem with the Arabs and the white people are Arabs and Jewish people do not believe in God. That's the problem. That's why they kill each other, because they don't believe in God. And when you don't believe in God, you have to bomb another people to take your land back. You have to kill someone to get them out of your land because you don't believe in God. Let me give you the most beautiful thing about blacks and Hispanics. When you oppress us, we wait for God to give us justice because we know it's coming. We know it's coming. You see, you Arabs, you Muslims, you don't believe in God. You Jewish people do not believe in God. That's why they bomb the Palestinians, because they don't believe in God. Why don't they let God get rid of the Palestinians? Didn't the Red Sea open up and swallow the Egyptian army? Why are you bombing the Palestinians? Since you believe you're the people of Moses, why don't you send a prophet of God out to open up the Red Sea? Why don't you turn the rivers to blood and let the locusts eat the farmland? You see, God is not on the side of the Palestinians or the Israelis, so they have to fight their own battles. But when you are truly a child of God, God fights for you, and all you need is patience. You know what Haiti is doing, Levi? Haiti is waiting for God to give them justice. You know what the Dominican Republic is doing? Waiting for God to give them justice. Do you know what Harlem is doing? Brooklyn is doing. Memphis is doing. Tennessee is doing. Nashville is doing. We're the real Jews. And we know that God is going to come back for us. We know he's going to send us a deliverer. We don't have to become terrorists. We don't have to shoot people. We don't have to kill people. We don't have to bomb people, because God is the salvation of the poor. God protects us. The problem with you Arabs is you don't believe in God, so you kill people when you have a political problem. You Israelis, you kill people when you have a political problem. Meanwhile, we're sitting in Harlem that's been gentrified. Every one of our neighborhoods has been gentrified. We don't kill anybody. because we know one day the plantation will burn by itself. We know that. Show me the plantation, bro. Show me. Show me the plantation. You know how long slaves had to wait? You know how long they had to wait for this? They had to wait. The ancestors of the slaves were working in this plantation when it burned. People whose their families worked there. Give me the video of what it was like before it burned. Give me the video. There's a white woman and she was talking. This is before it burned, and she was talking about how slaves lived in this region. I'm sorry. Go ahead and play it.
He had the most in this region, and that's because when he purchased a slave, if the slave had a wife and children, he'd buy the whole family so that they would never be separated. And so that was good for them. And then in
How kind, sir.
Say again.
How kind of them, sir.
How kind, Doc? How kind?
The village.
Keep going.
He built a cottage for each of those families so they didn't have to share with multiple families and squeeze into one space. So that was good too. They could hunt, they could fish, so they could buy for their own food. And they also built a hospital for them, and there was a doctor who would visit every week. And the doctor trained one of the slaves to be a nurse to take care of them. So from the readings that we have, it sounds like the slaves were treated fairly well as the slave can be treated, considering the conditions. When the war ended, the majority of the slaves stayed here. And we actually have descendants of the slaves who still work here today. Pretty amazing.
That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. For 200 years, people that lived in this town had to go work in a plantation that their great-great-grandfather was a slave in. And they went there, and they worked there, and they worked for a people who según Dios no son nada. Según Dios no son nada. For a people who God said were nothing. And they had to do it. And they went to work every day. And then one day, what happened? What happened, Ephraim, one day? One day, by and by. One day, by and by, Ephraim, that's an old slave term, by and by. That's what my grandmother used to say. One day, by and by, the big house burned down. And no man can take the credit for doing it. No man did this. Black people all over the internet celebrated this because they knew God had done it. Don't you understand? We are the true children of God. The children of flesh, they kill to take back their house, to take back their land, because God will never give them justice. God will never fight for a Palestinian, so a Palestinian has to be a terrorist. God will never fight for Israeli, so an Israeli has to be an oppressor. God fights for the children in Mississippi, in Tennessee, in Texas, in Harlem. It just takes some patience. God fights for us. If everyone on the planet would say the land of Israel belongs to blacks and Hispanics, then we would know that land was ours. And what will we do? We would wait on God's protection. We would wait for God to give us the land back, which is what we're doing in the Israelite School of UPK. We're not committing acts of terrorism. We're praying every day to get our land back. We're changing ourselves. We're getting off of drugs, and we're turning into decent and righteous people, knowing that one day the big house is going to burn, and there will be no man that can take credit for it. God is the one that did it. God protects us. God doesn't protect the Israelis. Show me the police car.
Con, sir. Montreal wanted to bring a precept if he could.
Please, Montreal.
The water one, Salakia one. I had the precept Deuteronomy chapter 29, Salakia chapter 1, verse 29 and 30. It says, "Then I said unto you, dread not, neither be afraid of them." Verse 30, "The Lord your God, which goeth before you, he shall fight for you, according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes."
Let me tell you, Montreal, what you're saying is so true. If the Israelis believe that they are the people of David and they're the people of Moses, then why aren't they waiting for miracles to give them that land back? Why aren't they just saying, no, we're not going to bomb them. We're not going to kill the Palestinians, because God will do for us what he did for Moses. One day the walls of Jericho will come falling down. If you believe you're the people of the Bible, why do you pick up a gun and kill people to get them out of the land of Israel? That's not what they did. God gave them deliverance. God came for them. Miracles got us our land. Miracles, brother. We weren't some big superpower who oppressed people. Miracles gave us our land back. The 7 nations that had our land were greater and mightier than us. God still gave us the land back. He still gave us that land. You see, you can't depend on a miracle when you're not a child of the Most High God. The Israelis will never get a miracle. That's why they have nuclear weapons, because they will never get a miracle. The Palestinians will never get a miracle. That's why they commit acts of terrorism, because God will never step up and burn down the house for them. The river will never turn to blood. The locusts will never eat up the fields. The mice and the plagues will never take hold of their oppressor, because God doesn't know them. Give me Revelations. This is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Karawakan, sir.
Give me, I shall be an enemy to your enemies. I'm solving the problem in the Middle East right now. Here's how you solve the problem. Everyone on the planet Earth, whether regardless of race, must teach that the Jews are not the so-called white people that claim they're Jews, but they are blacks and Hispanics and North American Indians. We are the true biblical Jews. That land actually belongs to us. Every race must teach this. Every race. If you're a Jewish person right now and you want the land, you want Israel to stop fighting, and you want there to be peace in the Middle East, then tell your people that they're not Jews. Tell them, because they think they're Jews, and believing that they're Jews is making them kill millions of Palestinians. If you are a Palestinian and you don't want your people to be killed, if you feel sorry for the Palestinian children, you must teach that the blacks and Hispanics in America are the true people of God in the Bible. We are the real Jews. You must teach them that so that they can know that that land doesn't belong to them either. It belongs to blacks and Hispanics, niggers and spicks, wetbacks. It belongs to them. Then now, once everyone knows the land is ours, we will do this. Read, please, if you have it.
Salaki, so you wanted Revelations first, or the other precept, other one?
Leadeth into captivity.
Kawakan, sir. Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Mm-hmm.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
You see, what do Palestinians do when they get killed with the sword? Canada.
So like shot themselves with bombs.
They kill someone else with a sword. What do the Israelis do when they get killed with the sword? What do they do?
Kill with the sword themselves.
What would the Jews do when they were killed with the sword? Keep reading.
Kawakan, sir. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
You see, we're not allowed to commit acts of revenge because we're the real Jews. We can a brother in the truth kill? Absolutely, you can kill. You can kill in self-defense. You can take a life in self-defense. That's legal to man and God. You have a legal right and a biblical right to take someone's life in the defense of your own or others. You can do that. But blacks and Hispanics never kill for politics. We never kill to take back land because we know that we have to have patience for that. We know God is going to do it. God is going to give us the land of Israel back, not tanks and bombs. God is going to give it to us the way he gave it to our ancestors. He's going to make a miracle happen, and the walls of Jericho will come falling down. That is going to happen. But if you're not a Jew, you need nuclear weapons and you need terrorists because you're not a Jew and God doesn't fight for you. God does fight for us. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Our oppressor is going to be a slave. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. The men that killed our ancestors, he is going to receive his justice. It's going to happen. All you and I need is patience. Patience. We'll wait for it. We're not Palestinians. We're not Israelis. We'll wait for it. One day the big house will burn. I pray you understand. Oh, it's going to burn. One day it's going to burn. And we'll all sit back knowing that we didn't do it because we were strong or because we had weapons or because America was our ally or Saudi Arabia was our ally. Nosotros mismos solos. Nosotros mismos solos. We know we'll do it ourselves alone. We don't need the UN. We don't need a treaty. We don't need the Saudi Arabians or Qatar or any country or Great Britain to help us. God will help us because we're the true biblical Jews of the Bible. That ends this Middle East problem. That ends it. Give me, I will be an enemy to your enemies and an adversary.
Sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 22. But if thou shalt, Salakia, but if thou shalt indeed obey his voice.
Read that again.
Karawakan, Exodus chapter 23, verse 22. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice.
This is what God told to the real Jews, the real Israelites. He said, if you would obey his voice, go ahead.
Karawakan, and do all that I speak.
And do
then
what?
And do all that I speak.
If you will obey the voice of God and do all that I speak, do everything God tells you to do. Now I have a question for you. Do the Israelis do everything God tells them to do? Is it legal to be gay? Hell no, they don't. Right now, the Israelis have gay rights, gay policies, abortions like crazy happen in Israel. Abortions, Israel has crazy abortions, crazy rights for gays to be homosexuals. They eat pork and they eat shrimp in the land of Israel. They can because they're not Jews anyway. They're not Jews anyway, so what difference does it make? Me, however, I have to obey God if I want to help. If I want God's protection, I can't do what the Israelis do. I can't do what the Palestinians do. I have to actually obey God. I have to obey everything God tells me to do. I have to do it because I'm a real Jew. Continue.
Karawakan. Then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversaries.
Let me tell you, Israelis and Palestinians, something. If either one of you was the child of God, God would help you. God would be on your side. God said, I would be an enemy to your enemies, an adversary to your adversaries. Who's fighting for you, Palestinians? Saudi Arabia? Hamas? Who's fighting for you? Hamas? Who's fighting for you, Israelis? Huh? America? Donald Trump? Saudi Arabia? Who fights for Memphis, for Trinidad, for Toronto? Who fights for them? God has to fight for them. God fights. Go ahead, Canada.
So, like I said, not even their fake God Allah is fighting for the Palestinians.
Listen, if the Palestinians want freedom, they better learn how to shoot. They better learn about guns. They better learn how to blow up things. If the Israelis want that land back, they better get more drones. They better get more guns because God will never fight for them. This house, however, we will serve God and he will turn the rivers to blood. You understand?
Karawakan, sir.
That solves the problem in the Middle East, Ephraim. The problem is you got people fighting over that land that God doesn't know. God doesn't know them. So they continue to fight. because God will never intervene. God will never step in. God will never choose a side, because God doesn't know the Israelis or the Palestinians. The land belongs to the ghetto. The land belongs to the barrio, to the reservations. The land belongs to the favelas. The land belongs to blacks and Hispanics. And that's a good thing, because we know how to wait. We know how to wait. We know how to get patient. Show me the police car.
If I may, sir,
Please, go ahead.
I got a precept out of one.
Please.
Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 49, verse 24. Shall the prey be taken from the mighty, or the lawful captive delivered? 25. But thus saith the Lord, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. For I will contend with him that contended with thee, and I will save thy children. Last verse. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine, and all flesh shall know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
Excellent precept, Bach. And it just, listen, you don't want anybody to die in the Middle East. You don't want the Palestinians to die. Yo tampoco. Yo tampoco. Me neither. I don't want them to die either. The problem is they think that they're the children of God, and yet they're not waiting for God's deliverance. They're not letting God fight their battles. They're claiming to be Israelites and the chosen people of God, yet they fight for themselves. Well, I thought God was supposed to fight for you. I thought God was going to destroy your enemies. I thought God would make 10,000 fall on your left hand and 10,000 fall on your right. God is not helping the Palestinians or the Israelis. They're fighting for themselves, because neither one of them knows God, and God does not know them. God does know the reservations, however. God knows the Dominican Republic. God knows Haiti. God knows Trinidad and Jamaica. God knows Memphis. God knows St. Louis and Gary, Indiana. God knows you. Can I show you what your future will be? Go ahead and play the video.
Wild video out of Oklahoma. Watch the moment a lightning strike pierces a patrol car. Wow, it looks like a bomb went off.
Wow.
Yeah, that scene played out on Monday in the city of Newcastle as severe storms slammed the area. Luckily, thankfully, no one was inside the patrol car at the time.
Woo. Play that again. That was just beautiful to see. I mean, that just, that did something.
Wild video out of Oklahoma. Watch the moment a lightning strike pierces a patrol car. Wow, it looks like a bomb went off.
Wow.
Yeah, that scene played out on Monday in the city of Newcastle as severe storms slammed the area. Luckily, thankfully, no one was inside the.
How many times, how much have the police been killing black people in Oklahoma? How long? Killing black people, unarmed black men being killed and shot dead. Do black people ever take up arms and start killing the cops? Answer: no. You know why? Because black people trust in the Lord. That's why. We trusted God is going to do it. No other nation on earth believes that God will save them but blacks and Hispanics. No one believes that. That is a totally nigger and spit concept to think, well, I'm not going to kill them, but one day God will. One day God will give me justice. Blacks and Hispanics do by nature that which is contained in the law. We do it naturally. Naturally, we know, well, the cops are killing us. Now, should we pick up guns and start killing the cops? You know what? I'm going to trust in my God. I'm going to get up every day. I'll defend myself. But I'm not killing over politics, because I don't want my salvation to come from man. I want God to do it. So I'll wait. One day the lightning will strike. One day the lightning will strike. and no one will be able to say that it was man that did it. Then the world will know that we are the children of God, because God has reached down his hand from heaven to deliver us. That will create peace in the Middle East. I pray you understand. Do I have any other questions? Anything I can answer for anyone?
Concert. Concert. We have a few more videos.
Okay, what do you have?
We have Shiloh Hendricks.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Go ahead, play this one.
Concert.
Now, tell them who Shiloh Hendricks is.
Shiloh Hendricks is this devil who was caught on video calling a 5-year-old black child a nigger at the park because she said that this autistic child was going through her child's bag or something. And then they proceeded to launch a Give, Send, Go, which is like a GoFundMe alternative, and raised about $800,000 for her in a couple of days.
This white woman called a young child a nigger, the N-word, and they gave her $800,000. She raised $800,000, and this is her first time speaking out after she received the money. Go ahead.
There are a lot of people who think that this has all been a scam, that I haven't been getting my money, and that it's not going to me. I have gotten every dime of my money. It's all gone to me. Nobody has asked me for any money. So there's that. Rest assured, all the money has gone to me. When this first started, I had a handful of people helping me out. Anglo-Saxon Girl, Tom Hennessy, Paul Miller, and Officer Bone, Avi. And they really just were kind of guiding me through this time and promoting my fundraiser and getting the word out there about everything that was going on. So I am forever grateful for all of them for that.
And Slaki, sir, if I could, just to be clear, she doubled down on this in her fundraiser. She said, "I called this child what he was."
She did. That's what she said. Ephraim, correct. Go ahead.
And then the Avi thing happened where he got fired from his job and uploaded a video and started his own fundraiser. That had nothing to do with myself and the rest of the people that were involved. As soon as we found out the truth about all of that, I severed ties with him immediately. I am not married to him. I don't know him. I've never met any of these people. So I just want to shut that down right now. Yeah. When I first found out that the park video was going viral, it was terrifying, but not surprising, because obviously he was recording me. It was going to get out there at some point. I did not realize I was going to have so much support and have all of you people rally around me and have my back in this situation. And it was very overwhelming. And I am so grateful for you all for that. When this first happened and I went on X and I saw Anglo-Saxon Girl had posted my video, I messaged her and I was like, hey, that's me. Just kind of needing somebody like-minded to talk to. And of course, she didn't know it was me. So we went through the whole process of, proving who I was. And that's when we kind of got the whole fundraiser started and set up. And yeah, the rest of that is history. I also just want to say how proud I am of everybody and just showing what can happen if we tribe up and if we stick together.
You hear that, Ephraim? What she say right there, Ephraim?
Damn.
What she said?
What can happen if we tribe up?
She said, what can happen if we tribe up? That's what she said. It shows you, and also that her GoFundMe has went up to $1 million already right now. $1 million for calling a little child a nigger, the N-word. She has $1 million, and she is so appreciative And this shows you what can happen if we tribe up. Continue.
Our future, our existence depends on standing up for ourselves and not backing down. And we just have to keep on going. There's no other option. I mean, what else are we going to do? You can't be afraid of words. Don't be afraid of the people who are so fragile to a word.
Oh, just a word. So don't be afraid of people that are so fragile to a word. That's enough, Ephraim. Show me her child real fast.
Count out of one.
Child. So this is who her child is. She called a little black or Hispanic child the N-word. Ephraim found the picture of her child. Whenever you have it.
You call him a nigga. You call him a.
So this is the original video.
Mm-hmm. Now zoom in. Let's see. There he goes. Everyone sees him. Now let me tell you something. We're not Israelis. Zoom. Can you give me? Yeah, there you go. We're not Israelis. We're not Palestinians. So no one is ever going to find this little child and harm this child. That's not what blacks and Hispanics do. That's not our way. The Israelis would do it. The Israelis would harm that child. The Palestinians would harm that child. But blacks and Hispanics, we would never harm a child. That's not what we would do. We've never treated white children the way they treat our children. They hang our children. They turn over a school bus full of our children. We would never harm their children because we are the true Jews of the Bible.
You know, that's a hate speech.
We would never do that. But God is our protector. And so this is what we're going to do. Each one of us, we're going to pray that the Lord give this baby cancer. You see this baby? We're going to pray. Freeze the screen right there. Wadi Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord that sits in heaven. Yahweh. Repeat after me. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem.
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Curse our enemy, Yahweh.
Curse our enemy, Yahweh.
Curse them.
Curse them.
As thou hast promised for us.
As thou hast promised for us.
So they have killed our children.
They have killed our children.
They have destroyed our firstborn.
They have destroyed our firstborn.
So curse their children.
So curse their children.
Give them cancer, Yahweh.
Give them cancer, Yahweh.
Give them uncurable diseases.
Give them uncurable diseases.
Curse this child.
Curse this child.
Let him find the drugs.
Let him find the drugs
that his mother uses.
That his mother uses.
Let him find the crystal meth.
Let him find the crystal meth
that is in his mother's purse.
That is in his mother's purse.
And let him overdose, Yahweh.
And let him overdose, Yahweh.
Let him be hurt by his mother's boyfriends.
Let him hurt by his mother's boyfriend.
Destroy this child, Yahweh.
Destroy this child, Yahweh.
And let no man take the credit for it.
And let no man take the credit for it.
And when it happens, Yahweh.
And when it happens, Yahweh.
Make sure the world knows.
Make sure the world knows.
That thou hast done it.
That thou hast done it.
For thy children.
For thy children.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Wow, Yahweh Shai. The water Aman.
Wrap
it up. God will help us. And one day when we turn the news on and we hear about what happens to this child, then the world will know who the real Jews are. Then the world will know who the real Jews are. I pray you understand. Let's pass the class over. Ephraim, you got it. Let me say shalom to the brothers.
Thank you, sir. They want to raise a brother up real quick, Baba Shah.
Get it on. Most High in Christ.
This is no longer a trooper. This brother Kanyenda Thab has passed his officer's test. He's now an officer of 50 in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We're gonna raise him up right now.
Well done.
Yabaraki Yahweh. Rashamarka. Ya'ar Yahweh. Panyawa. Alika. Wakanka. Yashar Yahweh. Panyawa. Alika. Waishamaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shah. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Hagun. Kayanathab. 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 Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. The water Amun. Give it up.
Congratulations. Felicidades. Felicidades. Has encontrado la verdad. Felicidades. Has encontrado la verdad. Congratulations. You found the truth. I want to say to water to all the brothers that came in tonight. The water to Baltimore. The water Warriors. The water Canada. Good to see you, Canada, man. The water to help Minnesota. The water to Chi-Town, Chicago. We'll be coming out there for one of those barbecues. Who else do we have? Dallas. Dallas, I don't see Dallas, but the water, no, Dallas was in there earlier. The water, Dallas, Texas, man. We'll be getting down there to see you as well, man. Who else? Kansas City. The water, Kansas City. You need anything, just let us know, man. Commander General Yohana is honored by your service, and he is grateful for all the service that you brothers have done. With that said, I'll see you next Thursday. All right, Lord allow, in Harlem. Congratulations. Give yourselves a hand.
At Israel, July 3rd to July 6th, we're going to have the North Carolina cookout in Fayetteville. This year, the cookout is going to be in Fayetteville at Seabrooks Park. Don't miss it, Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are all invited. All right? We're going to bring you on and show you all where slaves were brought to be sold. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And on Sunday, we're going to have a cookout. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, bring your family. Kids, your wives, aunt, uncle, grandma, everybody. We're going to have a fun time at Seabrook Park.
To rise no more. I'm taking a look in the streets. It's real every day what I see. We constantly searching for peace. My people just wanna be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit. That lying nigga in the pulpit. Same shit, but a different day. I speak truth, they ain't come to play. You in the way, better move, nigga. That follow no way gon' be cruel, nigga. Say you gon' get that tool, nigga. Matter of fact, get you by two, nigga. You see the signs that's in front of you? Shots in the rough from up under you. Shit is gon' fall, yeah, I promise you. Make up your mind what you gonna do. You heard it? Now listen.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're one